Infinity Genealogy. I am your favorite genealogist, Aliyah Diani. I also go by AD. And welcome again to Infinity Genealogy. If you are new here, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Click on that notification bell, share with all your friends, all that good stuff. Y'all, if you have not been here before, this is a space where we learn, unlearn, learn some more. We learn, we question, we explore. This is a learning community. This is a learning space. We read as much as we can to, get some understanding. And as you see the title of this. This is part two of what I found on Ancestry as far as indigenous research and all those things. So if you miss the past videos, please go back and watch those. I'll make sure that you have access. And I'm going to do a quick recap. And then we're going to jump right into what we're here to talk about. My goal is to never be over 40 minutes, but life be life, and I be having things to say. So, anywho, so here on the screen you see the Ancestry, their like not blog, but their frequently asked question articles and all that stuff. And so this is on Indigenous Americas Regions. And in the related articles category, as you can see, there's research in Native American ancestors, research in African American ancestors. And so in the previous video, I focused on reading this whole thing here and just had a lot of questions about some of the contradictory statements as well as some of the just learning a little bit more. So now we're going to move on to researching your Native American ancestors. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for all of us. I know somebody told me like, boop, 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 boop. Give us some tools about how to research Native American ancestors. Of course, first you want to start your family tree, right? You want to gather as much information as you have, including journals, letters, diaries, photos, sacred texts and books, obituaries, newspaper clippings, all the stuff. If you've ever been to any of my webinars or just in person classes, you've heard me talk about all these things, including marriage certificates, family charts, all of that. The parts that I do not talk about or I have not talked about is this last bullet here, which I think is equally as important. Family group sheets, pedigree charts, and books of remembrance. Some families have these things, whether you are indigenous or you are Black American. So get as much information as possible. All right. Then third on their list is search the card catalog. From any page on Ancestry, click the search tab. Select card catalog, use the keywords, and you can use Native American, Seminole, Cherokee. So this is really teaching you how to look up your indigenous ancestors. All right. And then I'm gonna click on these links after I get through this list, and then we're gonna go back and click on links, okay? Because sometimes I go off and I go on a tangent and I don't come back. So I'm trying to check myself. You feel me? All right. So now you interview your family members, ask them do they have any records, take note of names, places, tribal affiliations, and then you'll start your family tree and use, search the records below. And so they have the Indian Dolls rolls, they have different indexes, they have enrollment cards of the 5 civilized tribes, whatever civilized means. You have the Oklahoma Historical Society, you have the school where they came from, and you can also just Google on different sites. So it says Google Catholic Indian Mission and Tribal Name to find what the list of Catholic missions established among the tribe and more stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna come back, y'all. I promise. So let's click on the card catalog. Let's see what this looks like. All right, so let's go to card catalog. Bam. So let's type in what they say, Cherokee, or was that another? I think that was another thing. So I typed in Cherokee, and here's all the different. Oh, freedmen roles. Let's get into it. Freedmen's. Where my freedmen's at? And then here we go. You can type in the name of someone. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Interview family members. Let's check that link. Here are questions that you can ask them. And there are 38 questions. So I'm going to briefly go over some. Okay, their whole names and birth dates. Uh, excuse me. What was the neighborhood like? Do you live near a railroad? What did they do for fun? Do we have any family in the military, public service? Did they play a musical instrument? Um, and though who was in the wedding? Did they have a copy of the wedding invitation? Are they still living? So excuse me for that noise in the background, y'all. I was not anticipating that. All right. And so then let's start the family tree search, which we know what that is. Let's look into these resources. The Indian census rolls. Type in folks' names. Let me see. Who do I know that's on the rolls? Let me see if there's any of my dad's last name of people. Let's see if any of them are on the rolls. Let's see. Oh, I have to look through all of this. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna look through this later, and it's 326 pages. And then I can let me narrow down my search. Let's do a reservation. I'm gonna do mail, and does it have a location? I'm gonna do Louisiana. I don't know what's Louisiana, y'all. I done messed up the church's money. Okay, let's see what we find. Whew, okay. So I have to do some research because that's still popping up Minnesota. Numbers did go down. Okay, cool. So we at least know the Indian dolls rolls we can find on Ancestry. And then okay, so now let me pause, let me slow down, let me read. So the Indian census rolls. Use these census rolls to learn which tribe someone belonged to. Follow each family member's recorded in the document to find more facts and clues. People are sometimes listed with two names, one in their language and then one in English. In 1893, the United States Congress established the Dawes Commission, a group responsible for negotiating agreements with Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole tribes. In 1898, the Dawes Commission began preparing tribal membership rolls, and they eventually oversaw applications for tribal citizenship. There are three roll commission indexes on Ancestry. You have the Dawes Commission Index of 1896, the Dawes Commission Index of 1898 through 1914, the U.S. Native American enrollment cards for the five civilized tribe from that same time period, 1898 and through 1914. Then you have become a member of the Oklahoma Historical Society, and then you have the Indian boarding schools who were established in 1885. Their list usually includes students' tribes and locations of birth. When Oklahoma school in Pennsylvania, they were often sent to live on farms in the summer months, and farm records are included in this collection. And then with Google, you have, again, Google the Catholic Indian Mission and the tribe name to find sites that list Catholic missions established among that tribe. Uh, Most missions kept records with the passage. of the Indian Removal Act of 1830, the United States forced many Native American tribes to move out of their native lands and settle west of the Mississippi. Look for maps that show where a tribe was at various points in time. Search for records along the routes, keeping in mind that Native Americans often encounter white colonizers along the way and sometimes intermarried. Some tribes, like the Navajo, did not keep records of names of their families or of their members who went on the Long Walk, which is known as the Trail of Tears, which is similar to the Cherokee Trail of Tears and the Powhatan Trail of Death. My apologies for messing that up. All right, so let's go to the Dawes Commission Index again, and this but you can still find somebody on here. And then again, it has related collections, so all of that is here as well. Also, something just jumped out at me. So also down here it says all court, land, wills, and financial in the catalog, in the card catalogs too. So you can look up police reports, incarceration, wills, all that stuff. Let me see. Are there? Let me see. Nope. Okay. Let me see. Nope. Okay. We ain't got nothing. Cool. So y'all can see what it looks like and all that great stuff. And in the next part, I'm gonna do this for African American research, Black American research. So we're all on the same page. Did it click on it? Oh, it was an error that popped up. Okay, so that page is no longer available. So this one is no longer available. But see, this is why I check links. I don't want to just tell you, oh, go to this, and then it's not working. So they have this here on the side. Please, y'all, always check the right side. You will always find more information. So related data collections, they actually have Native American records. They have what we already just talked about. They have records related to enrollment of the Eastern Cherokee, U.S. Native American applications, which is what we're going to see in a second, which is this one. Yep. U.S. Is that the same thing? Yep. And same thing, let's look on the side. Is there anything different? Okay, nope. But it gives us some history, some historical background. Please read this stuff too as you are looking up because it's so important that we know what it's about. Like, what are all of these acts? One day I'm gonna sit down and look through these acts, y'all. I am. Just to get yourself familiar with what you're talking about. Okay, then the Oklahoma Historical Society. They're celebrating Black History Month. Beautiful. And then let's look to see their research center. They want to do genealogy. Oh, but before we do genealogy, okay, hold on. Okay, okay. I'll be getting beside myself sometimes. So you can request a research. You can submit a research request. You can check their online catalog. Here are some. They have the American Indian Ancestry. They have the Dawes Rolls. They have, information about the Creeks, the Seminole Rolls, removal of restriction, Cherokee Freeman applications, additional information here. They have so much here. Other resources to look at. Um, Land resources, military records, death records, research tools. They have a guide for African Americans, other resources that you can subscribe to. So let's go back and see if that's the same as what I just saw here. So research, genealogy, American Indian records. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. But you can learn more. Yep. It's a little bit different. No, I think it's the same. Okay, perfect. So we look through that. Let's look at this digital school. Okay. You can actually find records of people. It gives you some digitization. Let's go mission, student, public. Let's do documents. You can search any documents. Yep. Stay at Hampton. Didn't I talk about Hampton before? I told y'all. I know a little bit something. Okay. And then let's do, would this Google just pop up the way it said? If you click on Google? No. Okay, so let's do, let me copy. We're gonna do, okay. So here's something from Marquette University. Okay, so also look at the colleges too. Like universities have a lot of information. And yeah, so that is it for researching your Native American ancestors. Stay tuned for the African American list. Talk to y'all later. Peace.